What is this? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Well, this is a bit of a predicament, isn't it? Hello,
Yes.
hello there. Hello, hi, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we discuss movies and we throw movies at each other and we have those movies discussed or something along those lines.
Which
I'm
reminds me,
I'm your
it still
host.
says that
What? Nope.
the Twitch still says it's offline.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out on my end for some reason. And I don't know why. Let me get rid of Steam or something, and maybe that'll work. Okay, dropped frames detected. What the feck is going on?
Oh, frig.
I don't know what's going on. Let me refresh the Twitch. Yeah, it says offline on here as well. Why does it say offline? 0 views. Stream is disconnected. Why is it disconnecting the stream?
Because reasons. Haven't you learned reasons?
But it's not.
No purpose of stuff
It's not
happening.
telling me why. When in reality, it should be just playing the stream. Oh, fuck a duck.
Oh, wait. I think I have it. I have advertisements happening. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, mine's currently working.
No one cares about the Prime Video stuff. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Are we here?
Yes.
Don't know what happened there. This is like 2 weeks in a row now with awkward technical difficulties, but hey,
Life doesn't like us.
right. So, welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we discuss movies that we throw at each other. I'm your host, Evo.
And the other Evo
is the co-host, and we're gonna throw some news at each other after we discuss what we've been doing during the week, and then we'll get to the meat of this podcast porridge, and we're gonna discuss the movie that I gave you last week.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty weird because
I introduced you to the magic that is Neil Breen.
No, see the thing, I was honestly considering of writing a whole paper dissecting every scene and every mistake there, and I just gave up because halfway through the movie I was lost. But we'll get to it.
Yep, I think that's the whole idea.
I couldn't even rewatch it.
No, you can't rewatch it.
Bad in a good way. I mean, it's not good in a bad way.
No, it's great.
Sorry, it's not bad in a good way. It's just bad, man. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. See, yeah. Okay.
Okay then. Let us begin the podcast, because just a quick recap from last week. I forgot to mention the one thing that I had on my docket and I never ended up telling you about. It was Shaft got a trailer. The remake / sequel / something else. I can't even tell you what it was, but
I mean, Shaft was good because it was blaxploitation movie, and now they're gonna remake it in the new politically correct, so it's gonna suck. First, that's why Shaft was so great. I mean, I know a lot of blaxploitation movies that are fucking amazing. Like, I think Dolomite was one. Can't remember.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite is freaking great.
But there was also Dolomite. I might watch Dolomite. I think Dolomite was. I have to check. I forgot. Was it Dolomite?
I don't know, but yeah, Shaft got a trailer, and I forgot to post it last week. We actually completely forgot to talk about it last week.
Also, I remembered what I was supposed to do last week. See, IGN is in hot waters again. Last year it was hot debacle with the dead cells and the plagiarism. And apparently now that Resident Evil 2 came out, the guy who's writing a review on it said something completely and utterly untrue, which put everything that he said beforehand kind of in question, because he said like, oh, I beat the game with Leon on side A, and then I unlocked the other one, but it was the same game, which is not true. Because the thing is, this is from the original Resident Evil 2, and this is why it's a great game. See, when you beat the game with Leon side A, you unlock Claire side B, which is a completely different game. And apparently I guess he kind of started the same game with side A with Claire, which would unlock Leon side B, but it's really weird because the menu is absolutely concrete on what happens, so you know exactly what you're doing. I don't know, it was so weird, but the whole problem is like maybe he made a mistake. Like, okay, maybe he made a mistake, but this poses another question, and this is the much worse question. Aren't they even talking to each other? Aren't the editors and the other writers talking to each other while they're writing and playing games? Like,
clearly not. It's IGN. They've,
I mean, sure, but even the fucking editor is like, didn't he just go in the office and talk, or even fucking Skype, depending on what it is, and says like, oh man, this Resident Evil game is like, I have to replay the game twice and it's the same shit, and no one was like, that's not how it goes. What? you have to. It's like there is just no fucking communication. And I personally, I think the journalism is dead, especially game journalism is absolutely completely dead, and nothing would happen with it. But I just basic fucking communication skills, basic ones. So that's what I missed last week. Also, just on a side note, Apex Legends.
Yeah.
First week, 25 million downloads.
I know, Apex Legends, the game that we both kind of pooped on last week.
I didn't exactly poop on it because I personally don't like Battle Royale games.
Neither do I, but apparently, like, I was, before we started this today, I was finishing up the Castle Super Beast podcast, and they pooped on that game because obviously they thought that Titanfall 3 was canceled because of it and all that. But
that's half true.
From what they spoke about, apparently this is a really good game.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty good. I watched, additionally, it's well polished. There are new things in it, things that should have been implemented fucking ages ago in the Battle Royale games.
And apparently it's got the best interface of any game like that.
It's simple. I'll give it that. It's just simple interface, and I like simple interface. I don't like clunky shit.
Yeah.
It's like the more information I have on my FPS game, is just no thank you.
True.
I mean, like, give me my fucking radar if it's necessary. Give me my health count. Give me my ammo count, and that's it. That's all I need.
No, but the way that they use communications as well and stuff like that, it's very smart. And they've still thrown in some movement from Titanfall, but it's still not the whole thing.
Well, dude, I think that will break the game, but this is still fun.
True. But at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that Apex Legends is doing well, and the fact that recently, at some point today, or I think it might still be, is the highest viewed game on Twitch.
Well, you know why? Because literally every fucking asshole that makes money out of Battle Royale games switch to Apex Legends. You have XQC, you have fucking Shroud, you have Ninja, you have all of them. They just stop playing Fortnite and start playing Apex Legends. And since they're influencers and all their legions of little children watching them, we just
children
play them.
Play the video games and watch the video games.
I mean, I get it. I mean, sure, that's okay. That's nice, but it's kind of fucking stupid when you think about it, because a game lives and dies by these people now.
Yeah.
It's like the moment they stop playing this game, the game's probably gonna die. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Because today someone was talking about Battle Right. Battle Right was a good game, but it was a skill-based game in today's market, which it doesn't fucking happen.
Right.
It just doesn't. And it died so fucking fast, and the developers are fucking assholes and morons, and they literally screwed the game up. And they released a Battle Royale game that's on the Battle Right engine with the same heroes, with the same ideas, but not well fleshed out.
Yeah.
And it costs money. Wow, Battle Right's fucking free. 10 out of 10. Would meme again.
Right. And in that case, that we've got that out of the way, how was your week?
Well, it's subpar. I mean, nothing interesting really happened. I mean, Season 6 of Smite came out, and I'm playing Smite like a fucking idiot now, again. Because it's actually good. They introduced cross-platforming, so now I'm playing with Xbox players.
Right. I've never played Smite, actually.
Well, you see, it's fun. It's definitely more high skill based than you think, because some things you really need to be paying attention, but it's also kind of one of the most broken pieces of shit I've ever touched.
That's like a lot of MOBAs, though.
No, but see, I'm not talking in balancing ways, because balancing, the new god who's Merlin.
Okay. Wait, what? Merlin's not
see, the thing is, neither is Chiron, neither is fucking Hercules, neither is fucking Arachne, but they're still in the game, and some of them are OGs.
Okay.
It's like, It's more about mythological figures.
Right.
He's absolutely busted and broken. So is King Arthur.
Arthur.
It's just last night me and my friend Taff played the game. And I was playing Susano, of course. I'm fucking edge boy.
Edgy boy. Yeah.
And he was playing King Arthur. And me and him literally had the game finished with 50 flags because we were playing. I guess the closest thing to explain this is all random, all mid.
Right.
The most fun mode. Now he
like a skirmish mode or something like that.
Something like that. Like he finished with 21 kills. I finished with 22 kills or something like that. I was like, I beat him by 1 kill, and the whole team had literally 3 kills at best. Me and him just fucking hard carried this shit. Like absolutely holy shit, busted as fuck.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, how was your week?
Well, was that it? Is that all you did? Pretty much just played Smite.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just pretty much played Smite. What can I say? It's like, I was actually surprised because most of the issues that were present from the last season are kind of gone, but some of them stay and still busted. But actually, at least they're making steps in the right progress. It just took them 6 fucking years to do that.
Jesus. Right.
And PlayStation being fucking dickwads and not allowing crossplay for some reason. So the players,
they're still very uptight about that for whatever reason.
No one knows, and the game is going to come out on Switch. Actually, it came out on Switch already, and the crossplay is going to be up for them in about a week or so. So we're going to have also Switch players on top of our Xbox players, and I'm pretty fucking surprised at the Xbox community. Maybe because me and Pav are high ranked, kinda, especially when it comes to Assault. So we're playing with actually competent fucking people for most of the time. And we can't complain. They know what the fuck they're doing. He's like, okay, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. You're my brother, my friend.
Because back when the crossplay wasn't a thing, when we were playing Assault, because the mode is called Assault, it's just like, we're playing with fucking retards. Holy shit, did I play with some fucking dumb fucks? It's like, is it so difficult, you being a tank, and not going for the carry and just be pestering him and keeping them away from your carries? Simple fucking logic. Your interface. I love playing tanks because it's the most dumbest thing in existence. It's like, it's brain dead. You don't have to think about positioning as much. You don't have to think about anything as much. But nah, I'm a tank. I need to survive. Motherfucker, you're the first one who has to die.
He's the first one that jumps in the fray. It's not even...
Yeah. It's like the first one who jumps. Your CC is the one that dictates the battle, and you're the one that sets up things. It's like, it's easy. It's like, no-brainer. You don't have to think about damage. You don't have to think about anything. You just have to do it. And then you die.
Come on.
It's like, then you die, then you hope your carries clean up the fucking mess. But you've done your job, so everyone else has to do their job. Yeah. And you have the easiest job of them all. Jump, initiate, die, that's it. Oh. Or if you're able to save your carries, I mean, it does. You do have to have some level of intelligence in there. Kinda, maybe, a bit.
Yeah, well.
But, right, so how was your week?
Me, yeah. It was a good week. Again, I was editing quite a bit this week because I've pretty much caught up on all the editing I need to catch up on. Just need to render a bunch of stuff.
Oh, nice.
So it's a lot of videos that need rendering out. And I rendered one out for that friend I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be 120 gigs because I think I got it out of the wrong format.
Of course you did. It's fucking 4K, isn't it?
No, it's not 4K. No. It's 10. It was 1080, but I think because I rendered it at a higher bit rate than I should have, and I should have just used a certain setting that I clicked, but I shouldn't have clicked, I think. And instead of it being like 1.5 gigs, it was 120 gigs. So I deleted that, and I'm gonna render a couple, like, after we're done here, I'm gonna render a bunch of videos, then render the podcast. And get it uploaded. Like, the reason why we're recording like an hour or so early this week is because I need to get to bed because I'm traveling tomorrow morning. So,
where are you going?
Come into Manchester for 2 days.
Okay, so Should we meet tomorrow on Saturday?
I say Saturday, but I'll message you tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll figure something out.
Because I need to go a little bit earlier because trains.
Yeah, I know trains are.
Yeah, are you going with Virgin or are you going with
Virgin?
Yeah.
Virgin both ways, except on the way back we need to stop at Preston and come back here.
Yeah, so basically going with the Preston out because I think I mentioned it last time because I know my trains now. I actually know my trains in this area, so it's pretty fucking weirded out by the fact that I'm passing through Preston and through which one was it? Preston and something
Warrington,
else.
usually?
No. After Warrington, because you're passing through Warrington BK through the Keys, and the Keys there's only one train that comes to Liverpool, and it's the local one that stops at every fucking stop and doesn't stop at South Parkway, which I have to go to. But I pass through Preston and one more Wigan and Preston, and then you go to Crewe. Okay. So I know that the Birmingham train that goes through fucking. It goes through South Parkway, passes through these two Preston and Wigan, and through Crewe. And I was like, but I got myself on a fucking transport. I'm like, what is going on here? I was like, why?
Oh well. But yeah, I went to the Barista of the Year on Monday night for work. Got a little bit drunky boy. Had some drinky poos and had some alcohols and took a bunch of pictures. And actually, I had a really good night. I thought I'm skipping Behemoth for this. This better be good. And yeah, it was really good. Like, again, it's the typical a bunch of people from all the cafes in the area, and they're all there, and everybody's cheering, but nobody really watches the baristas. Everybody's just too busy getting drunk and pouring Prosecco in cups that we used to get porridge to people, because that's all the cups we had.
Porridge cups for Prosecco.
Porridge cups for all the alcohol, basically. Yeah.
It sounds fucking classy.
Yeah, I drew a little banner for the guy that was competing with us, and it was a good night. It was a weird night. It was a very, very weird night at one point, because you'd think, like, I've covered in a bunch of cafes in the area, and I think, oh, these people don't remember me. They're not, like, at least 5 people come to me like, hey, what's up with you? How are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah, it reminds me that time I walked back into one of the pubs. It was like, I walked in, I was like, holy shit! I was like, fuck me, man, what the fuck?
And you're like, you just turn around and just walk away. It's like, nope, I'm not dealing with this.
I literally didn't play for like I didn't go there for fucking 2 years. I was so pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah.
Remembering me.
It was just one of those, a bunch of people just said hi and hello, and I was like, oh, well, this is nice. People actually know who I am. I'm not used to this, because all the area, the Manchester ones, like all the pubs in the area, like I've been to a few, and people still went, who are you again? And here I've covered in 3 or 4 cafes in the area, and pretty much everybody from at least a couple of people from each cafe came up to say hi. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, man. I mean, people are kind of friendly when you get to know them. Because people
kind of, like, not all people, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the people are bad. It's just like, I remember having this conversation with a random person on the bus. He was like, how do you find the people here? I was like, just people?
Yeah, people.
You have your fucking assholes, so that's fine. You get assholes everywhere. It doesn't matter if they're British, Bulgarian, French, or whatever. They're fucking assholes.
Yep.
They have nice people. It doesn't matter. It just depends what you find. Because you can find everything. He's like, oh, I mean, sure, that sounds good. Because, I used to live in fucking Japan. I was like, what? The fuck? I was like, yeah, I get it. But I'm kind of worried because, I'm British person and most of us are fucking assholes. I was like, hey, listen, I've met some decent British people, some good British people. I've met some fucking assholes. The proportion is exactly the same that you're gonna get in Bulgaria.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's all it is. At the end of the day, people are people, and my favorite one is when somebody goes, "Are you dissing me because I'm, say, some sort of color?" And I'm like, "No, you're just an asshole."
Oh no,
Like
yeah, because
it doesn't matter if you're black or white or whatever, or if you're English or Scottish or Bulgarian. Like if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. It doesn't matter.
I always remember this is like I used to have this conversation with a couple of people like, yeah, but aren't you overtly racist? I was like, well, no, but sure. But the thing is, I was thought like this: treat people how they want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an asshole, I'll treat you like an asshole.
So if somebody's an asshole to me, I'll treat them as an asshole. Like it doesn't matter who they are. At the end of the day, like if you want me to be good to you, be good to me, and we'll get along somehow.
And if you're perpetuating stereotypes, I mean, what the fuck did you expect?
Yep.
Because two houses down there's a dealer that lives, and this dealer every fucking week he passes through when I'm smoking outside, which I'll probably go for one now. He was like, "Hey, bro, do you want some fucking weed, man?" I was like, "I got some Star Dog, man." I was like, "Bro, I don't smoke weed." He was like, "What do you mean you don't smoke weed?" I was like, I don't smoke weed.
I don't. Thank you.
What the fuck? Oh, okay, man. He's like, if you ever want to come around, it's like, oh, okay. That guy's like fucking 8 years younger than me. I'm not even sure. He looks so fucking baked out all the time, busted as fuck. It's like,
yeah.
Ask me occasionally for cigarettes. I don't mind that.
But I was gonna say something. Do you remember that time when we were at the Crescent?
Oh yeah, I used to tell this story a lot about that fucking asshole. That literally
one of the me and Eva used to go to this pub quite a bit, like in Manchester when I used to live there and stuff. And even before I moved out, we were there pretty much about once every couple of months. So people sort of knew us.
I mean, they knew me because I was there more often, but
true. But they sort of knew that I was the other Evo that showed up.
Yeah.
See, now the roles are reversed, haha. But like we went there one night and we were literally just chilling in the corner somewhere, just drinking. And this guy sits down with us and he's like, "So where are you guys from?" We're like, "Bulgarian." Oh. And then
mind you, that motherfucker knew me.
And then he goes on a massive tangent about how he's like, "I'm not racist, but..."
oh, I fucking love this every time. It's like, I don't sound racist, but Asian people...
Yeah.
It's that fucking meme.
It's that vine of the girl going, but basically he goes, "Yeah, I'm not racist, but you guys took our jobs." I'm like...
No. I remember it to this day. I was like, so you guys here, you guys, because he stuttered a lot, so he jumbled a lot. So it's not just me trying to figure shit out. It's how he actually told. He was like, you guys, you're here. You get a lot of free stuff, don't you? I was like, no, we don't.
No, we get the least free stuff possible. He was like, we don't get anything free. My son, he wants to get a job, but he can't, so he is on what's the word?
Council.
The council's giving him a house and it's giving him money every month, but he doesn't get anything free. And you're like, I'm sorry, what?
I mean, he was like, do you realize that we have to pay for our education as well? We have to pay for our living accommodations, and we have to pay for our living expenses.
It's like this alcohol I'm drinking right now, I didn't get it for free. I paid £3 for this pint of Guinness. Thank you very much.
And continues like, but yeah, if you go on the road, I mean, you can get free stuff. I was like, bruh, those are for fucking immigrants, people who ran away from the war-torn countries. Bulgaria is not war-torn. Trust me. We won't be here if it was water. Yeah, but you can get... It's like, no, you motherfucker, you don't. Yeah, but... And I remember he was trying to tell me that my favorite level of bullshittery, trying to explain how fucking economy works to a person who studies business and knows more about the economy than some guy that watches Nigel Farage and believes everything he says. I was like...
That's what it was. Okay. He did say, well, he was like, for a bit, yeah, Farage said this. I'm like, oh, you're one of these, aren't you?
Oh, it gets better. It was like, I asked him it's like, so are you trying to tell me that if you go away from the EU, which by the way you don't know what the fuck the EU is and what exactly you are doing, which people learned about, they knew that it was pretty bad. So it was like, no, you know who we mostly export to? You know, Ireland. So it will be fine if we just export to Ireland. It's like, you dumb motherfucker. I mean, I used to... It's like, think of the economic system as a fucking circle. Just for now, think of it as a circle. It's not exactly a circle. It's a fucking more complex thing, but See, this only applies to not community, but let's go for community. So the country leases money to fundings. These fundings pay for stuff, so it's just like education, medicine stuff. Because not the public sector. To the public sector, they release the money, and like that. So this money that they release in times of crisis, people are stingy. They keep the money to themselves, so they don't return that much to the country back because they're keeping it because they're in trouble. Now you're trying to tell me that you're gonna make money by trading in and out with Ireland because you have stuff that you can't use, but they also have stuff that that you can't get, but they also have stuff. So it's like, if I give you this pint of beer and you give me £5, afterwards I give you £5 and you return me the 5 pints of beer, what happened? Nothing happened. Where a country makes money is with the private sector, with corporations and stuff, and the most common one is exporting to other countries. Other countries, not one, other, more than one, because it doesn't work that way. See, but this is a lot more complicated because you have to factor in a dozen of other things, and it just gets a fucking mess. It's like it just keeps rolling, and they literally want to cut out half of the trading for no reason, because what Britain's gonna do exactly is leave a certain zone in the EU, because the EU is a bunch of zones put together in a free market place, and these zones have different contracts, and they were going to leave the one that has the most contracts, and these contracts are going to fucking kill the country.
Yeah, it's my favorite one where they went, oh, we want these privileges. I'm like, you've always had privileges. You've had the most privileges out of everybody in the EU, but let's not get into that because we can be here all night, and I think we've already... It's like, I like how this story turned from me talking about a guy being racist to us to you going on another tangent about Brexit again.
Well, I mean, the whole point was he was all about Brexit.
He was, yeah. It was just when it got introduced, and he was like, "Yo, we're gonna leave, and things are gonna get better." And I kind of looked at him and went, "Oh, what's gonna get better?" He goes, "Just things. Things will get better." Yeah, but what things? They will get better.
He said the NHS. The NHS is gonna get more money.
The NHS is free. You literally phone them up and you go, "Hey, I've got this wrong with me," and they go, "Okay, let me see what I can do for you. Go to this walk-in clinic, and we're gonna examine you for free."
Yeah, but the thing is, they still need the money because you have to pay the fucking bills.
True, but that's why people buy medicine, and that's why people pay other taxes and stuff like that to cover for that.
Yes and no. See, the thing is, it's yes and no.
Yeah, but it's still a sort of free service that makes sense, and people shouldn't really be complaining about it.
And it's bleeding money, obviously.
Yeah, but like, do you wanna live in the U.S. where you have to be in charge of your own health insurance? If you don't have it, you're pretty much fucked, and you have to pay a shit ton of money for a bruise. No. Yeah. I mean, it's really weird because I mean, it was bleeding money, desperately needed money. So Nigel Farage promised, like, what was it? Can't remember anymore. It's just silly at this point.
500 million to the NHS for the fucking bus. And as the whole meme comes, it's like, where the fuck is the money for the NHS?
Where's it going to come from? Yeah, all the immigrants are going to leave, and they're going to leave all their money behind as well. That's how he proposed it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in any...
That's going to give jobs to all the British people that are too busy living in a council estate and scratching their asses all day with their little Staffordshire Terrier next to them.
Yeah, but, because the country, they're going to leave... That's not how money works. That's not how banks work.
But because he said it, people believed him and they went, okay,
it's because people are dumb and they don't want.
If they don't want to think about responsibility, yeah,
and because Britain doesn't have exactly the agricultural state in the world.
Yeah,
and most of the things that you can get in a shop are actually imported from other places, like Denmark, for example, or France. See, and this
or Canada, where it's free completely. But before you say anything, I just had a Brit text me. She's listening right now.
Oh.
And she's saying, also hi Kate. She's saying, I think the issue people have is waiting lists with the NHS. I think that's the complaint. Then she says, British people just love bitching, really. We have one of the best health services ever, and we still think it's shite. So
it's good because it's free, but it's not good at all. Back in my first year, there was this guy. I forgot his name. I have it on my Facebook. when we were trying out for the football team, because he had surgery on his knee when he used to play professional football.
Yeah.
Or tried to. He fell down really badly and his knee gave up. So we called on an ambulance. The ambulance got us there. We waited like fucking hour for a scan, for a fucking X-ray. It was like, bro, he already knew that nothing was bad with him. He just wanted to see that everything was good because you know he has torn his knee ligaments twice, which is fucking brutal.
Ouch.
And he was like, it's fucking. And he didn't want to go through it again, so he was really fucking scared. And while we were waiting, he knew that everything was bad. Everything was okay. Sorry, everything was okay. And we were waiting there, and no one fucking serviced us. The fucking doctors were having a tea break, and yes, for an hour, midday.
Yeah, well.
So I had to go yell at them for a bit. And by the way, I did spend last summer in a hospital as well.
Yeah, you broke your collarbone. Out of all things, you broke your fucking collarbone.
And the thing is, it's like, I know, I mean, I grew up around doctors. I know a lot of doctors. Most of my friends are doctors to some capacity, dentists, doctors, pharmacists, whatever. I know how fucking bad the system is everywhere. It's not just England, it's also in Bulgaria. Yeah. But I got some fucking amazing services back home. And, it's like, every time people...
Ooh, that was loud. I apologize. Yep.
And every time it's like, in Bulgaria, technically, the medical is free.
Yeah.
But not exactly free, because I had to pay for my implant, because I have a titanium implant in my collarbone to keep it together, because I broke it in 4 places.
For those that want to know the story, Eva went up one of the rockiest cliffs / peaks in Bulgaria, and
the hardest one to climb on the Balkans.
Yep.
I have to say.
And on the way down, he decided to trip, fall, and stop himself from falling by doing about 3 somersaults.
And finishing in a scorpion pose.
Yeah, landed on his collarbone and broke it in 4 places.
Oh, I learned on a lot of things. My cool.
The collarbone just got the most of the impact. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I finished. I went down. I got to the hospital. They did surgery for me as fast as possible. Even though I had to wait, I should have waited an additional day because of fucking incompetence. Which fine, but I didn't want to. And I had to pay for the implant itself, not the surgery, but the implant.
Yeah, because they have to get the implant and give you the actual.
Yeah. Because we're a small country, so we have to import the implants from somewhere, and we have to pay for them. Those things are not exactly cheap, especially since they're titanium. But the surgery, you could actually pay to get specific people to do you the surgery. That's the one thing that you can do.
Or if you go to like a private hospital, that you have to pay there as well.
Yeah,
but if it's a national one, you don't have to.
The thing is, the guy who did surgery to me, who did my surgery, was the best traumatologist. Yeah, let's go with that one. In the country that usually does fucking operations in London of all places. and my surgery that should take like fucking hour or so, opening up, breaking and pressing it on, and just
realigning and all that.
And after that, just nailing the plaque on. And
how the fuck did you get down Vikran with a broken collarbone? Like, how did you even move? Did you just brave it and walk it down?
I did walk it down, obviously.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, the pain is in my shoulder. Sorry, it's in my collar. It's not in my fucking legs. I can still move.
True, but it's still like every little bump will make you like freak the fuck out.
Nah. See, the thing is, I've had a very interesting life up until this point. And I'm kind of used to shit like this, so it's like, because by the way, most of my friends that were doctors, again, just as I said, they were like, "How are you so fucking calm?" I was like, "Well, because I've been doing this for a fucking long time. I know how to keep my fucking cool down. Because if I panic, it gets bad. But if I don't panic, I can actually do stuff. Just keep your fucking head together."
Yeah, no, I get that. I could just imagine most people going, "I'm going to die on this hill. Leave me here. Get the helicopter."
Yeah, I mean, it's. By the way, I forgot because I have the X-ray on how the plaque is. I forgot to show it to you when I was in Scotland.
Oh.
So
send me a thing. Send me a picture of it.
No. I have it on paper. I mean,
shit.
Yep. Because the picture is on a fucking CD and it's a bit complicated.
Right. Of course, it's on a CD. Why would it be on anything else?
Well, okay, so the thing I hate most about fucking hospitals is the bureaucracy. I'll give it that fucking bureaucracy. I don't mind the doctors. I was put in a room with Mahmoud from Silistra, who is a fucking amazing person. I hope he's doing fine.
Hello, Mahmoud. I hope you're listening.
No, he won't. I mean, come on, he's like a 40-year-old construction worker that broke his foot badly. And it was like, I had to pay like fucking 1.2k for my implant. He had to pay like 2-point-something k for his nails in his leg because he broke his leg. And you know, he was such a good person, man. So good. I mean, it's like I walk in, I see him, I'm like, shit, this is gonna be it. And I wake up in the morning. He's like, hi, my name is Mahmoud. And I was like, how are you doing? He's like, I'm fine. What the fuck happened? I was like, I fell and broke down. How did you fall? I was explaining to him, shit, that must have hurt. I was like, nah, it didn't hurt as much. It's just fucking painful to do everything because, you know, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And people worrying, which is twice as fucking bad because I don't like putting people in such a position. It's really, really frustrating.
I remember being in Bulgaria, texting and going, "Hey, I'm in Bulgaria now. When do you want to meet?" And you go,
yeah, and I show up
you messaged me going, "Right after I get out of surgery." I was like, "I'm sorry, what? Is this a joke?"
Yeah, I know. And I show up fucking cast,
yep.
Which I still have, by the way, here. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I broke my. I showed you, man. I remember.
You showed me the stitches. Yeah,
the stitches. Fucking amazing stitches. Holy shit, the stitches were fucking masterclass. I'm not even kidding. Because it's done in a place, and the guy who did the stitches, he's a really good doctor as well. He wasn't the one who did the surgery; he was the one who assisted, and
right.
He's been groomed to be the one who substitute Dr. Nash, the one who operated because he's old. Now he did a continuous stitch. It's just like from my shoulder,
from the opening to the other opening, basically.
Yeah, a single fucking stitch, one stitch, just one of it. And you know how did they remove this?
Just you cut pull, yeah.
You cut and you pull. And it was like, it's like, he was like, does it hurt? He was like, nah, it's fine.
You're like, I broke my collarbone and I walked it off to get to the hospital. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, the fucking medical staff just loved me, except Dr. Neshev, because he fucking hated me, because he made a compromise. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I also opted not to be put down for the surgery, so I was conscious the whole time. Trust me.
I'm not even trying to imagine that.
Well, you don't feel anything, except when they put the fucking anesthesia. Yeah, anesthesia.
Everything burns. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Because that one was a fucking pain. Because I had some. It's like it proves a point when I go in the hospital. And I have this massive. Wait, I need to find the word for this because I fucking forget it every time. And when I'm doing it, Google Translate.
Okay, Google Translate in the case.
I don't know Nyanja. No, not that one. A swelling. I had a swelling.
Okay.
A swelling on my broken shoulder, and you have to remove this before you start surgery because the swelling it causes trouble for the nerves. And the way they actually do anesthesia on this point, it's not exactly localized. They first have to go with electroencephalography, see my nerves, then find the nerves that they have to they have to deaden, and I have to feel nothing from it. And since they can't fucking see them, it becomes a fucking pain. So I was like, give me some fucking ice because I need to turn down the swelling. He was like, nah, you're gonna be okay. I was like, motherfucker. Don't make me do this.
Sorry, I'm just cringing internally thinking about them having to like find your nerves by feel instead of using electricity or something because of the swelling.
Yeah. They that's how they do it. They put electricity 1.5. It's painful.
I know, but that must have hurt like an absolute bitch.
Oh yeah, because literally everything fucking started convulsing and I couldn't control it, and I started crying out of pain because that shit's don't. And it wasn't just the pain; it's the fact that I couldn't control it. It was like, so fucking painful. That one. So I was like, I told him, I was like, get me the fucking ice so I can put the swelling down. And he was like, no, you'll be fine. And I was like, no, No, you stupid.
I won't be fine. I won't be fine. Give me some fucking ice or something.
And I was like, give me the fucking ice, otherwise this is gonna be bad. Surgery because they can't fucking find them. No. So I got on my phone. I called the friend who I went to Vicheren to and brought me down. Also got me to the hospital. I was like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck do you want me to say, but please find me some fucking ice because it's swelling bad, and you know that this is not good. He was like, give me a minute. So he called out.
Disappears.
So he literally called out a couple of people. Turns out the people who was the orderly for the night was ex student from the get this. He was the ex student of one of his roommates while he was studying in university, who in turn dates the girl that admitted me in that hospital.
I like how you always get into situations, and when you get in situations, you always find a way to like know everyone as well.
Well, this is just me.
So this person is a student, but they worked with another student who was a student that I knew back from high school, who then decided to show up in the hospital while I was in the hospital, and gave me the anesthesia. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
And imagine this. I mean, and me being not liking to talk to people, and I usually get this shit done. Like, so he just comes in like fucking hour after that, pissed off as shit, and gives me the fucking ice. I'm like, thank you. No, things can go back to how they were supposed to be. It took me 4 days to get the swelling down. 4 fucking days. It just didn't want to. And it was like, my parents visited me, and Mahmoud's co-workers did. Best fucking people ever. Because they literally brought me beer, they brought cigarettes, they brought fucking food. Because my parents they were supposed to get out of the country, so they went out of the country. They weren't around as much. So we were talking, and my mother came to visit me one time, and I was like, bring me some food, because hospital food, it's bad. Everywhere is bad. There's no way about it. You don't expect much. And Mahmoud was looking really bad because of that. I was like, can you get some food? Because she's like, okay, sure, fine. He brings him a pizza, and he's like, oh, I have to pay you for this. My mother's like, no, listen. Because it turns out Mahmoud is from a village near Silistra that's like 5 kilometers from my father's village that he comes from. So I'm
you somehow you and your fucking connections.
It's not even connections, because the thing is, like, he's literally from the same area that I'm from. So it's like, it's good. I had such a swell time, and his co-workers came to visit him, and they were asking how I'm doing, even though they were speaking mostly Turkish because they're Turks.
It's funny how like a lot of the Turkish population in Bulgaria isn't even close to the south. They're like northwest, northeast. They're never like in the southern parts.
No. I mean, come on, Kırjeli and the other place.
Please, this summer we went to Nikopol for a day just to see the Danube basically, and we went up. And I think I heard people speak Bulgarian twice. Everybody else spoke Turkish. Nikopol's like in the most northern part of my area, and Turkey is like in the south.
I mean, the thing is though, because this is culturally historically, he was really fucking because he knows I'm not Bulgarian, so he thinks that I'll do some shit. I was like, bro, listen, I'm not one of these fucking assholes that's gonna hold you accountable for shit that you had no shape or form.
You don't hold people accountable for things that their ancestors did centuries ago.
Exactly. I mean, it was like, because especially in because where he's from is really fucking poor. So the integration happened like this. It's like one house Bulgarians, one house Turks, one house Bulgarians, one house Turks.
Yeah.
And they started helping each other because everyone is in the same shit. So there's a lot of friendship. And he was really worried because he wasn't exactly sure how I would respond to being next to a Turk, which fine. But he was
as a person that lives in the UK, which is so diverse, he sort of.
Yeah, I mean, that's not. That's not. I mean, he was you can tell that he was a good person.
Yeah.
He was like, he cared. He was really worried, and he was. I mean, people were treating him like shit in the hospital for some reason. I don't even know why. And he had troubles. I mean, he literally had to stay 3 additional days because in the hospital that I was, there were 2 floors for the traumatology, the 2nd floor and the 4th floor. And he was supposed to be on the 4th floor, but they changed him to the 2nd floor. and since he has a broken bone, they have to teach him how to use clutches, and how to move properly, so he doesn't. But the fucking idiots never found him because no one told them where he was. And I ended up asking every fucking doctor and every other medical person about him. I was like, he didn't even know when he was supposed to be. They just never told him. It was like, when the doctor says, and I'm like, well, we asked the doctor, he says, she said, and they're like, oh, well, okay, we'll find them. They find them. It was like, okay, so did you get your training? He was like, no one came. What do you mean no one came? He was like, no one came. So the people, and because the one guy that has to teach him has his class to help him, and these people are fucking idiots. I was like, holy shit, they were fucking dumb as fuck. It's just. And he was so grateful for everything, because, first the food, second the way I treated him, because, putting him at ease, because he was like, I will never deny what we did and how wrong it was. I was like, listen, mate, I know, I understand, it's not a problem. I appreciate that you are trying to speak Bulgarian as well as you can, but you can always tell that that's not his first language.
Yeah, you can tell that he's struggling, sort of, because he lives in a he probably just lives in a Turkish neighborhood. So he speaks Turkish for the most part. So
I mean, yes and no, because it's like really difficult. He's brought Turkish household, so they speak Turkish there mostly. So he goes out, he's with the Turks, and he speaks less Bulgarian. And it's like, and you can tell because there is a horrendous accent, no matter, because Bulgarian I like with this fucking horrendous language, and you can tell every time that who's from where, how much he actually speaks the language. It's like, it takes to teach you one sentence. One. Yeah. You don't even try.
Sorry, you're kind of cutting off every now and then. I don't understand why.
I don't even know why.
Let's try and get off the whole hospital adventure.
Yeah, so, I mean, after he was so happy. Finally got to fucking... He said he was going down to Smolensk for the Cheverme event. She was like, I'm going there. I was like, good luck, have fun, man. Just have fun.
It's very important.
Yes, because it's like a 3-day worth of event of drinking and eating.
Yep, and it's all good food as well.
Yeah. All right, so
did you say just quickly before we get into news, did you say that your headphones for your computer, how many jacks do they have? Is it just the one 3.5 mil?
2. One for the right one. 3.5. I mean, I'm a little bit of a bitch. So lately, gotta record, gotta have to do the fucking phone again. I don't even understand what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I realized at the start of the stream that Windows had decided to change my OBS settings, and I wasn't using my microphone, and it was using the laptop microphone, but luckily it changed it within the first couple of minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, apart from that, to get back to my week real quick, I didn't really do much else. I went to the Burst of the Year. I had a team meeting last night, which was pretty much just 6 of us sitting in spoons drinking. And apart from that, not much else happened.
Okay, so I'd say you start with the news because I've got a couple on.
I too have some news. Number one piece of news, there's been an image released of an animated film that's coming up that's going to be Ninja Turtles and Batman.
Skip.
It's just like the comic crossover they had, so they're making a film.
I know. Skip.
Okay, then the next one, let me see. We have the Frozen 2 teaser.
Skip.
Which I kind of saw and I went, I don't care. I didn't like the first one.
Skip.
We have the Child's Play trailer.
Yeah.
Which doesn't look too bad, actually.
It looks good, to be honest.
It got Aubrey Plaza in it. That's all I care about. We also, the most important news, apart from Josh Brolin being part of DUNE, which is happening soon, which is being filmed, I think.
By David Fincher. Tell me it's David Fincher.
It's not Fincher, no. DUNE. It's Denis Villeneuve is making it.
Fuck.
But the most important news is the teaser for Aladdin.
Oh yeah. I remember
the teaser for Aladdin dropped, and it looked good. it looked even better when Will
What'd you
Smith when Will Smith showed up as the genie, and he just looked like a dismembered head that got put on an unfinished CG model. And I loved it. I loved it so much that I wanted to gouge my eyes out.
Wait, so you're okay with Will Smith being the genie?
I'm not. No, I'm okay with him being the genie if they actually showed him with finished CGI and not whatever that fucking Uncanny Valley monstrosity was that showed up in the trailer.
Okay, so
I genuinely, I was watching it on my phone because it was just before bed, and I saw that it was released, and people were already memeing it. I was like, what's going on here? And then I watched it, and the moment he showed up, before he even said anything, I physically recoiled. I was like, duh! No.
You know, I'm actually against Will Smith genie. Cool. I mean, I think that in that trailer he was the least offensive thing I saw. the guy that plays Aladdin looks like he's smoking a little bit of the dang kush.
The good kush.
And I was like, but no, I mean, I'm kind of against it because first of all, Will Smith deserves better. Second of all, I don't think that Will Smith actually lends himself lends himself well to this role.
Right.
It's really weird because he looks fucking horrendous. Yes, he does. But there is this morbid fascination with the fact that he's going to play it. It's like, this is going to be bad.
I mean, Guy Ritchie's directing it.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. No. Fuck no. See, the thing about Guy Ritchie is, I can tell a Guy Ritchie movie faster than most people can tell a Tarantino movie. You already know how this shit's gonna go. Exactly. It's so bad. Because he has this distinctive style of movie making, which lends itself well for these, I guess, indie style, British type of movies with the comedy. It's really weird. It's not bad. It's really good. But when he tries to do a good movie like King Arthur, that's more widely known because it's Guy Ritchie, it just fucking fails at it. And it's not his fault, it's just that it just doesn't look well as well. I mean, if people showed me King Arthur, I didn't even know that it was created by Guy Ritchie. I was watching it with Vasco, and King Arthur isn't as bad as a movie as Robin Hood was. No,
I literally saw the trailer for Robin Hood and went,
trust me, I can talk about that movie for fucking ages. It's bad. It's really bad. So I was like, I saw that the second scene that was like with the quick edits and the stuff that's happening, the whole exposition and the time skip. I was like, this is a Guy Ritchie movie, isn't it?
Yep.
Vesco looked at me and was like, are you sure? I was like, motherfucker, he's the only person who does this. No one else. Literally no one else does that. I was like, and it just parts of King Arthur were really well done, but parts of them were fucking stupid. It was a mess.
Oh well.
I mean, it's not as bad as people make it out to be, but it's definitely not as good as it should have been, which is pretty fucking galling. And it came out in a time when we had fucking Alien Covenant, and people were more pissed out about King Arthur than Alien Covenant for some apparent reason. And Alien Covenant is just, I mean, I can't take it anymore. How can you fuck up a Xenomorph movie so bad? How? It's not even.
Yeah, well, it's, let's. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Alien Covenant, and I'm just like getting kind of pissed off thinking about it.
Because I'm a fan, Lush is a fan, and I remember Lush watching it. He's pissed off than I am. I just don't get it. How can you be this bad? It's like it's like, see, in video games we call this ludonarrative dissonance.
Yep.
In movie making, this is called shitty writing. there is not even a word.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's true. Have you got any news yourself? Because that's pretty much all the news I gathered. I couldn't really find anything else that was very interesting.
I've got some. Get this shit. First of all, the guy who created Cabin in the Woods, the director, Geoff Redknapp.
Uh-huh. Sorry, he's doing Invisible Man, isn't he?
No, he's doing. It's called The Unseen, which is gonna come out in 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
and
that's
DVD,
something else. All right.
it's the Unseen, which is about a dad who has a condition. He leaves his family and he starts slowly becoming invisible. And then someone kidnaps his daughter, and he goes back. It turns out that his daughter also has the same condition, and he's on this really fascinating journey to find his daughter. And the scene, I mean, I'll leave this here. Okay. I want you to watch. What the fuck? Yeah. I want you to watch the trailer. It looks really good. Secondly, there is another movie called Nos 482 by Joe Hill. I know who I am. Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, and it's coming to AMC, and it's gonna be apparently a TV show, which looks also really interesting. It's about a guy who's immortal, and he by eating children, and dumps what remains into some place. I forgot. I mean, I know that the same story was done in American Gods. Always in American Gods. And it's because it's rooted in mythology. It looks really well.
Right. Yeah, actually, that actually looks interesting.
And there's
it's clearly they're playing Nosferatu, but that's obvious.
And there's also this one, Cosmic, which looks really interesting and it's really weird. You have to watch it. I can't even explain it. Not much is given. It's just that some woman is alone, and she's necessarily some creature alone in the end of the world, and then she hears people telling her that she found the signal. Now they're coming for her. I don't know. It's not much is given, but what is given looks really decent.
Huh. Yeah,
also,
Cosmic, something about Starfish as well. I'm very...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's called Starfish. It's...
If it's a psychological, like, it looks very Lovecraftian in the way it's presented, so I'm okay with that.
I'm on board with it as well. Also, I started Beyond again.
Started what again?
Batman Beyond.
Oh no! Don't. Somebody sent me a picture of like a future Batman, and I was like, "Why are you doing this to me? All I could think about is Terry now." And she went, "What?" I'm like, "I'm crying now. My boy, my sweet baby boy."
Do you know what? They actually fucked up a lot. Batman. Really badly, they fucked it up.
It's like Terry, my boy, my sweet boy.
Do you know why Dick Grayson and Barbara cut it off? Why Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon cut it off?
Why?
Because apparently Barbara slept with Bruce and had his baby.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no.
No, that's not that. That's no.
No, that's actually what happened. It was so bad, but the last episode of Batman Beyond, the fucking feels, man. I'll give you the link for the last episode of Batman Beyond.
Please don't. I don't want to cry.
I want you to watch the opening and how it opens, and we'll discuss this next week. Because trust me, that episode is like the most feels I had in a time. It's so good. It's just...
Curse you, Batman. Oh, Batman Beyond is one of those shows that went so under some people's radars, and it's so underappreciated.
I mean, the stories tell is fuck, because it emulates the original Batman animation series, especially the first couple of seasons.
Yep.
Where even though Batman wins the day, he doesn't really win in the end. And that's the essence of Batman, because he makes a bad situation worse. Which also got me thinking about Young Justice again. You mentioned that the black the Batman, the one that doesn't make any sense.
The what?
Not because the black Batman, the one that doesn't make any sense.
The Lucius's kid.
Yes, the one that doesn't make any sense.
Why wouldn't he make sense? He's Batwing.
Well. See, it's highly implied that he's the one that opens the portal to Barbaros taking Batman. He's the one that opens the portal. because he is the Portal. And that's why I say it makes no sense. So if they put him in the Young Justice, are we gonna get Barbados and Barbados and?
Are we gonna get Metal basically?
Yeah, are we gonna get it?
I hope we get Metal.
But it's gonna be told from Young Justice point of view, which is different.
Which is gonna be even more severe because it's gonna be a bunch of kooky Batman running around, and Nightwing's probably gonna get really depressed.
Oh man, it's just like fucking Dick Grayson. It's like, and it got me thinking again. It's like, I don't think that there ever existed a version of Batman that was good that had Dick Grayson in it. Because the thing is,
Dick was part of all the other Batman's thingy, but he probably ended up dead.
No, because he wasn't part of the Drowned. He's not part of the Drowned, because that's Bryce Wayne, the female Batman, who's also fucking amazing. I don't know about the others also, because it's implied that they're dead. They're always dead. Because when he becomes the Red Dev, they're all dead. He says that his family is dead, and he could have prevented it if he had Flash's powers to be there when they needed him.
Yeah.
And so on and so on. And it just gets me thinking, like, if Bruce Wayne does things because Alfred is his surrogate father, he does it so he does not disappoint Alfred, but he does good by Dick Grayson because Dick Grayson is his son. It's like if he looks, it's a different nuance to it, but it kind of goes to the other one. But the second part is more important because of like father like son. It's just, and it gets me thinking like, oh, fuck me. It's like, why Dick Grayson is the most integral part of fucking Batman. Why is he so pushed back most of the time? It's like, why can't we see more of him wearing the cape nowadays? I just want to see Dick Grayson become Batman, because Dick Grayson is the amazing Batman.
He would, and he has been. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, because Dick Grayson, Batman views Dick Grayson as the next Batman, so he tries to not make him like himself. Like, he's trying to correct his wrongdoings.
Yeah.
And that's not something that many people can say.
Then again, though, the reason why we don't get Dick as Batman anymore is because people are way too attached to Bruce Wayne. So it's. I am too, but I don't think that's ever going to change.
Well, this is the problem, because when people kill off shit, and they have done, most of them don't like it, because especially Marvel, because Marvel has this fascination of killing off main characters for no reason, but because
and then bringing them back, yeah.
To be fair, the worst offender was DC with the death of Superman, which is kind of stupid.
No, but I'm pretty sure that it makes sense, but they also did it back in the day to shake up the system a bit and to like introduce new characters, and then people wanted Superman back so badly that they had to bring him back.
No, it turns out that the whole death of Superman was years before. This whole story arc, everything was planned years ago. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, and when he comes back, he has nothing for it because people learned that this was planned and it was pretty bad. The backlash was fucking horrendous. Yeah. So let's get to the movie.
Okay, last week I gave you a movie that is one of my personal favorites ever. Because
was it? Fateful Findings.
It's by the most amazing director, most amazing filmmaker, the Picasso, the Machiavelli, the new Spielberg of our time, the man also known as Neil Breen, and he made the most amazing movie ever, which is called Fateful Findings. It is about a child who gets mystical powers, and he uses those powers to hack government systems.
No, not exactly.
That's what the synopsis says, okay? I'm reading the synopsis.
Okay. Wait, why can't I... Was it Fateful?
Fate.
I can't find it.
Fateful.
Oh, I see. Okay, so let's start off with this. This is a 2013 movie.
Yeah.
And this is where the problem starts off. See, this way past the craze for bad movies. Way past it.
Yeah, but do you realize that this isn't really like... he's not like making it to be bad. This is how he makes films. Every single film that he's made.
I don't want to watch his movies.
You're gonna, because I've got more planned.
No, I've got other ones. Trust me.
Oh no.
Now you're gonna watch some shit and some really fucking scraping bottom shit.
Fateful Findings. Like all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna say one of the best quotes from the film is. I need my medication. I can't believe you committed suicide. I can't believe, Jim. I can't get you out of this one, Jim. It's like, but he's dead, Neil. He's dead.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, let me begin like this. When I was watching the movie, I didn't notice any horrendous mistakes in it. Like no boom mics, no. But the one thing that's most galling about it, because apparently it's a cult classic for some reason.
Yeah.
I didn't see anywhere specified the budget for the movie.
He never specifies the budgets. In interviews and everything, people go, "What was the budget?" And he goes, "I don't want you to think what the budget. I don't want you to ask me what the budget is. I want you to think what the budget is. And I make this with so little money, or however much money I make it with. And if I can do it, you can do it." It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I mean that's fine, but I think it has to be accounted for. So there has to be a record. Much money it actually costs, because I'm interested.
Because he wrote it, directed it, starred in it, produced it himself.
Well, yeah, that's how those things usually work out. I mean, I'm not
locations, catering, everything is him.
Yeah.
So the guy probably has some money to be able to make it.
I mean, because if he made it like, let's say 40K, he made fucking at least $1 million out of it. That's the whole point. I'm actually interested to see how much he wasted. I can make an good assumption how much he actually made based on the fact that it's a cult classic and people watch it and people stream it and go and watch it, which means that he gets money. I mean, that's the whole point. I was actually interested to see how it happens. It's like an Uwe Boll movie. It's like you're always questioning how the fucking funding comes up until you realize that he uses in tax paying money and having other people funded. And by other people, I mean other fucking companies, and I mean not other companies, other fucking countries. It was like, and that's the thing. It's like I want to, because back in the 80s, this was the Canadian tax haven movie. Crazy, because they had this loophole, this tax exemption on making movies on the fiscal year. So a lot of movies were made in like less than 2 weeks. It's like they jumped to like 80 in a year made in Canada from fucking 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy because they use this loophole to not pay taxes. And I'm actually, that's what I'm interested in. It's like, what's the exact funding so I can actually take the fuck the money is coming in.
Well, what I'm going to ask you is, what do you think the story was of the film?
The story was a very peculiar things we had like 15 plot threads that never anywhere. But the core premises was a reconnection between two young souls from their childhood that were supposedly in love, but child actors. I believe it, the child actors. I usually don't criticize child actors. These ones were really bad. Oh, this is like the producer's kids.
Are you telling me Neil was a good actor himself?
Trust me, compared to the kids, he was fucking miles above.
Neil, who awkwardly tries to drink coffee, but then spills the coffee everywhere. Oh no, Neil! No, Neil! No!
I was when I was watching the movie, I had the idea to write a whole breakdown of every fucking thing in the movie, everyone. But I mean, I could still do it, but I have to rewatch it, and I rewatch it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about some of the scenes, and it's just making me crack up.
It literally opens with passing of time over whole or skyscraper, even like shot in such a way that I'd say it's a skyscraper. And I was while I was watching this, like 15 seconds worth of footage, I was like, you know what, Andy Warhol did it better. And I was like, this is literally the one and only time I'm ever going to utter those words out loud. Shit. I mean, for a long one, I don't know. Oh, goddamn. Then it moves off to a storage place, which is fucking weird because it's like, what? Is this school skyscraper just a storage space? and then there is a stool. There is a chair, or I call it a stool, with a book in it, which is will look like fucking thesaurus for some reason. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is there a book on a chair in front of the fucking locker room? What is the purpose? Then it comes back to, without even saying, in the fucking Yukon. I'll go with the Yukon mountain range, because mountains for some reason.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he films them around LA or something. It does look like Yukon a bit because it's sunny and stuff.
Nah, I mean, it's just those knowledgeable American geography. I could look into it, but I don't want to. I was like, so we're going from a skyscraper to a storage locker to the mountain range. Why? And there is this awesome, and it's just like this awesome fade away even effect on a mushroom that turns into a goddamn stone. And it was like, then they it, and the mushroom reverts back to referenced again, and the children are like, oh, look, a pretty stone. I mean, it sounds fucking fair. I mean, mushrooms turn into stones. Why not? Why not?
Oh my god, this is great.
Why?
It sounds like these when I wish I was in the room with you to watch your reactions, because this movie is just fucking spectacular for that. You just sit down to watch it and you go, the first time I watched it, it took, like, because I heard it on somebody mentioned it on a podcast, and they said the same thing, like I told you last week, like, don't do any research. Just go into it open-minded, level-headed. And then what you described there was literally the first minute of the film.
Kind of. It was like, I mean, fucking composition, logic. Give me some fucking text.
The first minute of the film, and I was questioning my existence. I was like, okay, now we're in a desert. Okay, that's a mushroom, and it's a stone now, and it's a mushroom again.
And they put stones in it and it becomes a mushroom again, and no fucking ever again.
I'm like, why are these kids speaking horribly? And it's done. So,
I'm
sorry, what the fuck just happened? Where's this movie going?
It was like, then apparently it cuts in, but it took new being who paralleled the kid in the beginning and figured that one out like literally halfway through the movie.
Yep.
He gets hit by a car, and then something happens, and then he's talking to his wife, who halfway through the movie turns out that she has a drug addiction.
Of course, yes, yeah.
For her medication.
I need my medication.
I swear I couldn't even put that fucking accent. In the beginning I thought she was Irish. I was like,
I think she's Polish or something. I'm not sure. I was looking at the credits and stuff, but it doesn't really say.
No, she actually speaks like she's fucking Swedish. I don't know. It's so weird. I mean,
and then he's in hospital, and we cut to a different room, but it's the same room, but the hospital bed's been removed because they couldn't afford to go to hospital to film it.
And he has this half comatose state, which I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Come on, man. What the half comatose state mean? Explain it to me. Is he comatose? Is he not? What is half comatose? I was like, I don't want to even do research. I'll just go. And then she's like, he's not my patient, but I'll take good care of him. I was like, that's not how things work.
That's not how hospitals work, Neil. You wrote this film, Neil. You should know this, Neil.
I mean, it takes literally 5 minutes on the fuck. It's like, people have their own patients and they care for their patients. You don't put extra fucking on that because you have limited time to do your shit. Fucking easy. But nah. It reminds me of when I stay in the hospital. But hey, who gives a shit? I mean, what's her name? Emily?
I don't remember. All I remember was Neil Breen being Neil Breen.
What's her name? Because Jennifer played Leah. Her name was Leah.
Right.
So her name is Jennifer Autry. Who was also in a couple episodes of Angel. Okay. I mean, she hasn't done a movie since, kinda, maybe. Oh no, she had one in Dragon Day, which I don't know what. Oh, wait a minute, is that... Oh, that's Ethan Flower. Oh. Okay. And that's gonna go on my watching list. Okay, so back to it cuts off, so he wakes up by fucking miracles.
Yeah, he wakes up some sort of holy light, and he just wakes up.
and he goes back to his place and he showers. At this point, I'm questioning fucking reality, and his wife goes and showers. It's like, what are you doing? He's like, bitch, he was half comatose, apparently.
Yeah, the wife walks in and he goes, and then they just have awkward sex in the shower. And it's, you can tell the actress is like, she doesn't want to be there. But she's getting paid, and Neil's like, yeah, I'm getting into this. And he's butt naked, and it's not nice to look at, but we still look at her.
And she's not naked.
No. No, but he still got the bandage on his face, and the water's dripping down.
And they have who guess he's his brother? I'm not sure. Was
Jim?
Jim.
No, I think Jim is just his best friend or something. I don't think they're related.
It's so fucking. But
it's convoluted. It's too convoluted to be able to tell who Jim is. All you know is that Jim is the guy with the Ferrari who likes to get drunk way too much.
Yeah, and his wife is some kind of a bitch that doesn't sleep with him, and then pitches about him being so fucking distant.
Yep.
Listen, so he wants companionship, and you deny it, then fucking bitch that he's not trying to be the want companionship. What the fuck are you on about?
Hey, I need you to be close to me. And he goes, I want to be close to you. Let's have the sex. And she goes, no. Why are you never close to me? And she leaves the room. It's what?
Yeah, but apparently he's dictated to actresses because god fucking damn. Jesus. This is Neil Breen and his three dictated actresses the movie. I just don't understand it. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? Because Jim's girlfriend, because they're not even married, is fucking holy shit. Okay, thank you. And I remember this specific scene when they were lying in bed and they were all lying on their fucking tummies.
Yep.
Goes to her, she's like, who even fucking sleeps like that? Explain.
But they shot that scene because she was naked. She had no clothing on, and you can see her boobies.
You can see only her side boobies.
It was still boobies for Neil Breen. That's enough.
I mean, it's fucking awkward.
Sorry, you cut off.
He could use at least a little bit of logistical stuff to cut it out, to cut in, or just make it look like something else. Two people lying on their fucking tummy trying to sleep in a bed.
No, it's Neil Breen. It's his vision. He makes the movies how he wants to make them. You see the lady sleeping on the tummy with the titty.
Then the road that doctor that was taking care of him was apparently his childhood sweetheart.
Turns out that she aged way better than him. Somehow.
Yeah, because he looks like he's 60s. She looks like mid-20s.
Yeah, she looks like maybe I'll say like early 30s, just to be like sort of. He looks old enough to be her dad.
Exactly, which makes it twice as. And she's engaged to a guy that shows up once at the party. Apparently, they got her into this party for some reason, because I don't know. And then he learns out that she is his childhood friend, and then his wife starts having this jealousy fits, which make no sense.
Yeah, but then he catches her by the hand and he goes, I think about you every day. I think about you every day. I think about you every day. I'm not over exaggerating. That's how the scene goes.
Yeah, but the thing is like he's trying to emulate. Because the room had horrendous acting, but the horrendous acting was the charm. Here is just fucking annoying.
Yeah, but no. He's not trying to emulate anything. Like at interviews, he's like genuine about the way he makes films. Because he made a few more films before The Room, and this is like his. It just feels like it's. There's another one coming up. There's a trailer for it. I'll leave the trailer. This isn't even his magnum opus. What's coming out soon is his magnum opus, and I can't wait.
And then stuff happens. Then the James gets shot by his female friend.
Like, hey, what are you doing? She goes, I'm gonna fill this car full of holes. And there's like a 2-second silence, and then they cut to him going, no.
And it was like, shameful. I don't know, incompetence. I'll go with that.
And then the daughter walks in, and there's like another 5-second awkward silence. Then it cuts to them, and it cuts back to Jim, and it cuts back to the daughter, and she goes, Dad!
No, it's not Dad. But implied that she's daughter.
Bearing in mind, though, at that point, Neil Breen is at the door. Neil Breen is at the door, and he's like, Jim, do you want to open the door? Then he hears gunshots, and he goes, Jim, Pam, or whatever her name was. And so they set it up as if Jim's killed himself. So Neil Breen walks in, sees Jim dead, falls on his knees.
Her name is Amy.
Sorry, yeah, whatever. Jim, Amy, and we get the most awkward scene of Neil Breen trying to act, holding like, oh no, somebody get a doctor. Then he, for whatever reason, he just starts smearing Jim's blood on his face.
And
then he goes, I can't believe it. I can't believe you committed suicide. Jim, I can't believe you committed suicide, Jim.
He committed Sudoku.
I can't get you out of this one, Jim. I'm sorry. I can't believe you did it.
The thing is, there is not much to talk about the story because there is no story.
No, there isn't.
He's hacking into everything to find out the truth about the truth, something about the truth. That's,
but every now and then, like in the film, we'll cut back to him just abusing old laptops. Because clearly none of them are in working order. He's got about 6 or something. And in every scene, he either throws one, he's going to have sex with the wife, so he pushes all the laptop one after the other off the desk, or he spills coffee on it.
Or he types like this.
What?
He types on the laptop like this.
I can't even hear you typing, but I can imagine.
I mean, if wait. Oh god, I can't find it. Is my keyboard here?
Mine's over there, but I can't be asked going to get it.
Yeah, neither can I. The thing is, like,
he's great. It's just great. And then there's a scene where he has emotional turmoil about. He's like,
in depth.
He just looks and stops typing and goes, I'm not ready for this. And he just throws his cup at the laptop. It's like, what are you doing, Neil? Stop it. I'm going to carry on hacking these into these government systems. I will expose the truth. These dirty corporations won't go unpunished. This is for those listening, this is the delivery. This is how he delivers his lines.
It's just, I mean, I think that we will do a better job at acting, but that's probably... I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We won't do.
There's a scene at the end where he holds a press conference in front of the White House, which is one of the worst green screens I've ever seen in my life.
And it's the last one, and he says, like, they have been lying to us all this time. And
all this information that I have exposed will indeed show you how much we have been lied to. And then we have like this montage of different CEOs or government people going, I can't believe he found us out. I will no longer do this. And they all either shoot themselves or slit their wrists. My favorite one is the guy that goes, it's clear now. I will step away as CEO of the bank. It's like, what? Which bank? Which bank are you with? Are you just a CEO? Who are you?
And which exactly truth did he expose? I mean, obviously they're lying.
We never know. We never find out anything in this film. It's all just bullshit. It's great. It's just Neil Breen throwing laptops around, then going, "I am acting."
Find me attractive. I have big titty actresses on screen.
Jim,
it's a good movie.
Jim, I can't believe you committed suicide. Can't believe it. Jim, I can't get you out of this one, Jim. I'm sorry.
No one can.
Oh no, Jim. Oh no, Neil. Now do you understand why I love that film so much?
It's just so painful to watch through.
I know, it's great. It just makes no sense, and it's just perfection.
I mean, but sure, I mean... And the daughter of the Jim and Amy has a crush on him, and she tries to sleep with him.
Well, yeah, it's because it's a Neil Breen film, so all the ladies have to love him.
Obviously, and then his wife kills herself because of... And
then his love interest from when back in the day, whatever, she gets kidnapped by, in the most awkward way, by a guy just throwing a hood on, and he goes up to her. But he puts like, what was it? What's the thing that you put on a cloth to like knock people out? No.
Oh yeah, the chloroform cloth.
Yeah, he puts chloroform on a cloth, and he goes up to her, but for whatever retarded reason, he does it in bright daylight, and he doesn't come up from behind her. He goes up in front of her, and then it's the most awkward scene of, you can clearly see these two actors like not being directed properly, going, is this, no, no, I've been chloroformed, It's just like them fumbling into each other and like going, no, get away, no. It's so great. And then he goes to save her, and all of a sudden he has mystical powers now. Because he goes to save her, she's in some sort of trailer, and instead of just going through the door, he phases out of existence and phases inside the trailer.
Yeah, no, he cuts away and cuts in.
But it's basic editing where they just stitch the two scenes together of him being there and not being there.
He just cuts out and cuts in. He has the mystical power of editing.
Yes, of course, the most useful of powers.
The most convenient of all powers.
Yeah. This film is just perfection on every level, and I cannot wait for Neil Breen's next project. So for those that want to support his films, I will leave a link in the description as well with his actual website and where you can buy his films. We need this man to make more movies, so I can stay entertained.
Okay, so there is nothing more much to talk about this movie.
No, apart from it being stupid and painful.
So let's get to the topic for next week.
Oh shit! Is it that time already?
Well, we don't have anything else to talk to.
That's a good point. Let me procure myself here a piece of paper.
See, you got lucky. You got really fucking lucky.
Oh, did I?
Because I want. Oh yeah. Because I wanted to give you the best movie ever not created.
All right. Okay. But you decided against it because you're such a good friend.
No, because I couldn't find it.
Oh shit! All right. Come on, where's the... Okay, there we go.
I wanted to give you to watch Max Hell Frog Warrior or Max Hell Comes to Frogtown or whichever edit you find.
Okay.
See, but apparently you have to pay. You apparently have to pay for the movie. And you have to pay some absurd fucking amount of money.
Okay.
To Scott Shaw of all people. And you don't want to do that. But it has Joy Stevens in it. So I gave up because I couldn't really find it, and I really don't want to pay the amount of money he's asking for that piece of shit. Trust me, you don't want to.
Okay.
Although if you want to, you can pay for it. So what I'm gonna give you is called Stakes.
Stakes, as in STAKES.
I've linked it in Discord, the IMDb page.
I will look at the Discord now. Stakes. Oh no.
Oh yes.
Why do I have a feeling I've seen this before somewhere? Let's see. Oh, that's the best poster I've ever seen. Okay, so let me read the 2002 film, 3.2 out of 10 stars. Oh, is this what we're gonna do from now on? Just give each other shit films.
It was about to happen.
Okay, imagine a parallel Earth where vampires have cut a swath through humanity. The disease is so bad the ravenous bloodsuckers begin feeding on each other.
3 surviving humans create a jump gate to our Earth, but Alyssa, queen of the vampires, and her evil bodyguards use the gate to come to Earth as well. They arrive to feed and breed. Now, the number of vampires here is growing, and the humans are running out of time. Oh dear, you're in the wild one.
Oh no. Okay, it's not too long. It's an hour and 23 minutes, and it's rated R, so it's it's got to be good. It's rated R. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Well, what have I done? Why did I give you Neil Breen to watch? Now you're gonna keep on giving me shit films.
Oh, I was actually thinking.
Is this what this podcast is gonna devolve into? Us just giving each other shit films every week and just shouting at them?
Trust me, the next one I have for you is even better. Even fucking
shit.
You're in my fucking fucker. Dare you enter my realm?
How dare you enter my realm of shit movies?
I am the magical wizard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, great.
Spell that like this.
Wizard. How you're. WHIZZARD. Yes, that's how you spell wizard.
I am the magical wizard.
Wizard. In any case, is this us then for the week?
Well, how is your Trifon Zarazan?
My Trifon Zarazan at the moment, by the way, yeah, it's the 14th, so it's Valentine's Day in some countries, but it's Trifon Zarazan in Bulgaria. I have red wine in the flat somewhere, so I will have me some red wine. Don't you worry about it.
I have beer.
I mean, I have beer as well, but I just can't be asked cracking open a full bottle of Warsteiner and drinking it because it's a big bottle.
But you really dodged the bullet with this, because Shell, this amazing director, has invented his own way of movie making called Zen movie making. Oh yes, it's fucking glorious.
Okay, great. So I have a movie for next week. It's called Stakes, and there's vampires.
Don't do too much research.
There's vampires in it. Fucker. Right. Let me get the music ready, actually, while we're here. This has been the Voices from Behind podcast, episode number 6. We have literally been doing this for the last 7 weeks. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, somehow.
Also, I have a suggestion for episode 10, which is going to be like an inaugural episode, but we'll figure that out when it starts. In any case, I have been Evo. This has been the other Evo. This has been Voices from Behind. And we'll see you all next week on this glorious podcast. Thank you for listening, and goodbye now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nice one.